And good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Where's Cleto Show. I am your host, Where's Cleto. I am Cleto himself. Where's Cleto? I'm right here. I'm at Tropical Smoothie Cafe off of 3009 in Schertz. So I'm here waiting for my co-host. It's supposed to be Rory Ann Smith. So I'm sure she's en route. But again, this weather's a little bit crazy. So I'm giving her a little, a little grace period, a little grace time. So, but she's been having some car troubles too. So I don't know if she's finding a ride over here or what, but it's a little bit of a ways. So out. So, but we do have a special guest today. So we have a very good show, guys. If you are interested in what who our next mayor is going to be, we're going to be doing this run of candidates through the show and giving them a little time on the platform to go ahead and speak, and share their viewpoints of what they have set up for this beautiful city of ours, and want to make sure that you get on here and ask your questions if you want. And so, excuse me one second. Ready? Okay. So now we're good to go. So again, like I said, we're here at Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Want to give a quick shout out to everybody that came out last night to the comedy show to go see Tres Leches. It was a awesome show. I got a chance to try out some new material. I tried it out on the folks that came on out, and for all of those that came out and supported Moonstruck organization, the nonprofit Moonstruck, for Priscilla and her crew. Thank you so much. It really meant a lot. They raised, I believe they raised close to $1,000 yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Could be more than that. But everybody came on out and donated. Came in the rain. It was raining hardcore yesterday, and everybody came on out, packed the house. I think we were like one table away from being sold out. So I was very excited about that, and the comedians all did well. Rose Daniel, thank you so much, coming in at the last minute, and she did a fantastic job, as she always does. And then Roman Garcia was in town long enough to do a set, so we're very excited about that. And it was good to see Romy again. Well, it's good to hear Roman again. And him and Ralph, I got a chance to catch up with them. And then Danny Engel, the birthday boy, killed it headlining. He got to headline last night, so I was very excited about seeing him. And he said a joke last night. We all said jokes that actually, some stuff that actually happened to us, And he said a joke. It was so funny. It's not even a joke. It's a story, really. We were all going to do a gig in Corpus. I believe it was Corpus or the Valley. I can't remember. And I think it was Corpus. And we were there, and they went to go, Danny and Roman went to go get something to eat or whatever, and they were coming back. And when they came back, they found me with my back on the bed and my legs straight up against the wall. And I had like real bad, edema going on. So they kind of, they say if you put your legs up, that the blood flow and the circulation comes down and all this stuff. So that's what I did. So they walk in, and all of a sudden, Danny said, he said, yeah, Cleto's over there with his legs up on the wall. And we're just like, okay, what's going on here? And then all of a sudden he said, I go, it's for circulation. And next thing you know he said they were there with their legs on the wall. And for some reason, that just made me laugh. So I was kind of like, that was a funny joke. Yeah, I guess it was one of those, you had to be there. And so here we are, trying our new material out yesterday, and it worked. So, you throw it against the wall, see what sticks, and that kind of thing. But it was fun. So I want to thank everybody for coming on out. It was a lot of fun. Now it's like, you smell that. It's Fiesta around the corner. So many people have been coming up to me, asking me if we're going to have Fiesta medals. And, if we get someone to cut the cost for those medals, that'd be great. And matter of fact, I think we might be in the process of doing that. So just kind of letting everybody know, hold on. We're checking. We're waiting it out to see how we're doing. Also, to let you know, we have our YouTube channel. We want everybody to go subscribe to it and just go like it and share it. It is on our YouTube channel, Where's Cleto Now. Go to Where's Cleto Now on YouTube. And again, we like to build the numbers up for that. My assistant Valerie keeps reminding me of that, and I have to get her out of it. I'm like, Valerie, please stop. This is our bedroom. Go. And so, but no, she's doing a fantastic job reminding me. And so, guys, go like our YouTube channel, Where's Cleto Now, and then also, yeah, again, the share this with everybody. We were trying to grow our numbers, and we should be having a packed house, packed schedule next week, back on to where we have Tuesdays and Wednesdays back on track. So we'll be having Monday through Friday shows. So continue to keep watching, and we'll be excited to see all that happen. Now, right now, trying to just there's fiestas around the corner, Easter's around the corner. Some people are just getting off of spring break, and it's like the weather's kind of crazy. One minute it's cold, next minute it's hot and warm and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of interesting to see how it's like the rain has been kind of gloomy the last couple of days, and it's like I don't know, it's just all over the place, and what's that? Oh, I thought they were talking to me. So, anywho, I can hear you guys on here. So, hold on a second. Hey, babe, I can hear y'all on here. I can hear y'all on here. Huh? Yeah. What? Okay, there goes on mute. Hello? All right. Sorry. Hey, babe, come here. Come here. Come here. Come say hi to everybody.
Hey guys.
My beautiful producer and my beautiful wife. And did you get hold of?
I did. She's running late.
Oh, she's running late. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So she's on her way.
She's going to be fashionably late.
Fashionably late.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll take that.
When I talked to her, it should be another few minutes.
Okay.
She said 6 minutes, 6 minutes ago. So.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate
You're
you.
welcome.
You're doing a great
Anytime.
job, by the way. And,
Yeah, you are too.
And Madi is doing a fantastic
Yeah,
job.
she is.
Thanks a lot. Oh, I tell you, that's my girl right there. So she helped me out last night with yesterday's show, so it was really cool. She's been my business partner for quite a while now. And oh, you want to say something else?
You see a girl, you hear a dog.
What'd you say?
Did y'all hear him refer to me as a girl?
I said that's my girl.
Girl.
What?
I said, you see a girl, you give her $1. I'm not a girl.
Oh my gosh. Oh, my lady right there. I'll tell you, man. The other day she said, listen, boy, you better watch your tone. I said, boy, I got enough hair on my butt to weave a Navajo blanket, and you're calling me boy? I'm like, get out of here with all that nonsense. Anywho, so my co-host is fashionably late, and we're going to find out what kind of fashion that is. So she's on her way, and let's do a roll call, babe. Can we do a roll call? All right, let's do a roll call. Let me hear what you got. Let's see who's on here with us. And again, make sure to tune in. And if you have any questions for our special guest who is running for mayor, feel free to put those questions in the comment section. We'd love to go ahead and read them. And if we don't get to your question, please, just, wait a minute, repeat it again. And that, how the whole deal goes. So I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Okay. Here we go. We're going to do roll call. Valerie was there last night. She said it was a good show. Thank you, Valerie, for going.
Yeah.
And for cutting the birthday cake and bringing the birthday cake. Yeah. Thank you. That was awesome. That was very nice. That was very thoughtful.
Deidre said good morning.
Deidre said good morning. How you doing, Deidre? Good morning. Baby, reading it like it's a ransom note.
Everybody's a comedian. There you go. Okay.
You know, there's shows out there.
I'm not the camera person. I'm the behind the scenes person.
You're so beautiful. You should be on camera all the time.
It's not my deal.
That's not your bag.
Okay, so Christopher Herring is saying, thank you for the opportunity to introduce myself and talk to the city about Chris Herring for mayor of San Antonio.
Well, I was gonna put it as a surprise, but since he already put it out there,
it's not a surprise because we already have it on your post. And he's also saying everyone is welcome to read my book.
All
San
right.
Antonio Rising, a mayor's blueprint for bold, inclusive growth.
You know, I think that is a pretty cool. I mean, that almost says like, you know what? I got to be mayor now. With a title like that and that book like that, I would say, you know what? I'm ready.
There you go.
That's what he's saying. I mean, I would see that. I would feel pretty confident on that right there. You know.
Mm-hmm. I agree, 100%. I don't see why you don't bring him on right now.
Well, you know what? Here's our co-host, so we'll bring her on. Well, look who's here.
Thank you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Come on over here. Rory Ann Smith, everybody. Yes, she is here. Look at that. Come on in here. How are you, my friend?
Good morning, everyone.
Look who's here.
Sorry.
Wow. Can I get you anything? Coffee, tea, a watch, anything, you know? All right. Well, I tell you what.
Thoughts together
we just did a roll call.
Okay.
And, you know, we're going to go ahead and. Are you okay? You good?
I'm fine. All
right.
Yeah.
We're gonna let Rory kind of gather herself.
Exactly.
And then we're gonna go ahead and take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll have our special guest. How about that?
Thank you.
All right. Let's take a quick commercial break, guys. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with our special guest here. All right.
It's that time of year again. Time to review, enroll, and ask questions about your health insurance. AHIA is here to help you navigate all your options stress-free.
Look, I'm no insurance expert, but I do know one thing. If you're calling your cousin Chewy for insurance advice, you're doing it all wrong.
AHIA is dedicated to serving San Antonio with personalized care. Contact them. Local service, real people, trusted expertise.
AHIA, it's about family.
Hey, if you're looking for a house and you're looking to get out of your house, we have the right person for you. Margaret Sandoval, our very own realtor. You want to give her a call. She works very, very hard to go ahead and find you the best deal you want. That you're looking for economy, if you're looking for, space, if you're looking for just a place of your own that you can just make brand new memories in, she's got you covered. All you have to do is give her a call. She will work day and night to make sure that you are satisfied with your purchase. Not only that, but do it at a highest standard, meaning finding you the most economical house and get you that's on the market today and get you the best deal. So give Margaret Sandoval a call today. She's waiting by the phone. Thanks. And we're back, everybody. We are here going live to you from Tropical Smoothie Cafe off of 3009 in Schertz. Here with Rory Ann Smith. She made it in, everybody. Yes.
Good morning, everyone.
Yes. Well, I tell you, we've been running, these candidates for mayor.
Yes.
And, we're very excited to be able to share our platform with them and give them an opportunity to go and share their viewpoints of what they have set up for this beautiful city of ours.
Exactly.
And we have another candidate that's here with us today. And his name is Chris Herring. Without further ado, want to bring him in. Come on in here, Chris.
Good morning, Mr.
Come on here.
Man.
That's right. How you doing, sir?
Great.
Come on in here.
Mr. Sharp-Dressed Man here. Look at him.
All right, here. Let me go ahead and I'm going to pass over
I got it,
you got it? Okay. So I'm just going to get your mic'd up right there. And now you look sharp, man. I tell you what, I feel like I just got back from a yard sale. I'm over here. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on?
He's got jokes. I love you.
So,
man. This is good.
How you? Let me ask you right off the bat. I mean, there's so many different candidates running for mayor, and what made you want to run for mayor?
Yeah, so I really didn't want to run for mayor.
Whoa.
Politics is nasty, but I do see, and I have seen since I've was sent here by the U.S. Air Force in 2006, that we have a city of haves and have-nots. And there's so many different disparities in our city. And I've had the blessings of being able to live in the most affluent communities and also living in an apartment. And I know that there's people in our city who really need to have a voice. And so in Proverbs 31, it says to give voice to the voiceless. And that was my main driver. And it came late. It came late because some of the people, as you know, who have wanted to be mayor, they started earlier, much earlier last year. But my attempt to become mayor happened really in the last 60 days.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I don't have the $300,000 and $400,000 that some of the candidates have. But yet, what I really want to say about that is that we do see even inequities in terms of the 27 candidates and the opportunities to be able to be heard. So I was so grateful and thankful to you, Roy, to invite me on, because politics is not equal, and getting your voice out is definitely not. And so I put myself into the situation of the average San Antonian person who is trying to make ends meet every day. We have had the headline of being the generational poverty capital for the United States.
Wow.
We're actually like number 3 or 4 on the list.
Did not know that.
Yeah. So when you look at the east side, the south side, the west side, and we just look at, communities that have never been invested in. And so in my plan as mayor, I want to invest in the 10 worst zip codes, bring them up, and then make San Antonio more attractive for those Fortune 1000 companies to come. Because we've lifted up the least of these.
I like that.
So you're saying you found $100 to put your name in the hat, huh?
200.
Oh, is it 200?
Oh, they raised it. No, they raised it. Yeah, they raised it.
You ain't lying. It's like, hey, unequal here. Wait a minute. Because we heard it was 100 last week, and now it's 200. So I mean, again, I think the
maybe I'm wrong.
No.
If you're gonna fact check me, I may be wrong, and I admit that I might be wrong.
Now tell our viewers, just a little bit about yourself and where you came from and that kind of thing.
Yeah, sure. So I grew up in upstate New York at a place called Newburgh. And Newburgh was known as the welfare capital for New York State, and it's still very much a crime-ridden place. My parents moved there after relocating from North Carolina. They grew up on tobacco farms and actually slave plantations. And so my dad was like, no, we're not going to stay here. And he didn't want to be a farmer all of his life. So he moved the family to upstate New York, where I was born and raised. I went to Boston University, the school of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., where we celebrate his march every year. Yeah. And there I was able to study the life of Dr. King through his works that are right there at Boston University. I received my commission in the United States Air Force in 1991. Then the Air Force kind of put me on fire. I went everywhere in the world that you can think of, except for Africa. I've never been to Africa, but I've been to Europe, Asia, I've deployed as a combat veteran several times to Iraq, Saudi Arabia. But
thank you for your service, sir.
Hey, it's my pleasure serving. Actually, it was a gift because, like I said, when I was in my home city, to get out of a poverty trap was a wonderful thing. And my son serves today. He's actually getting ready to deploy, and I know he's watching. So
thank him for us. Yeah, so, thank you very much.
Be safe out there, Chris.
Absolutely.
Role model you have as
be praying for him.
Yeah. So just navigating through the Air Force for 20 years, and Randolph Air Force Base was my final stop in 2006. I retired, and I got into service, volunteering, where Mayor Julian Castro kind of put me into action. Okay. Where I served on the Small Business Advisory Committee or Advocacy Committee for the city. And that was where I got started here in 2011.
We were talking yesterday with one of the other candidates, and we were kind of mentioning that, or the other day we were mentioning the fact that we've had great mayors in this city. Right. We really had great mayors. And
we cover our mayors as well.
We do. We back our mayors. I mean, I didn't realize the actual service of a mayor until to the presidential election, and how crucial their part is in representing their city and their state on top of everything else. And now, do you see that as a challenge for yourself?
No.
Come in there doing something like that?
No, not a challenge. Actually, in my service, one of my first opportunities that I had was I was a volunteer at the President Reagan Library.
Oh,
And
okay.
so I had the chance to serve next to President Reagan, just as close as we are.
Wow.
And I handled his protocol as he did Medal of Freedom ceremonies. In fact, one of the biggest
That's
ones
pretty
was
cool.
General Colin Powell, who received his award. And there I was as a young lieutenant, being able to learn from President Reagan, learn from General Powell. Actually, General Powell inspired me because he had been the recipient of a national award that I had saw in a magazine. I said, I want to be just like you. And he says, okay. And actually the next year I was a recipient of the NAACP Roy Wilkins Renowned Service Award, which was a national medal for service to our communities. And so I had a chance to work with President Reagan. Later, I had a chance to work with President George W. Bush. He had Homeland Security briefings at Mount Rushmore. And so I was put in charge of that detail.
Wow.
And then President Bill Clinton asked me to stand up the DOD's One America. So I was the White House chairman for the Department of Defense's One America initiative. So
you've done some stuff.
I've been there. Yeah.
Oh, we might be in good hands here. Okay.
I'm confident of what I have to offer. I think that the mayors of San Antonio have been on the world stage. We have been on the national stage. And when you think about the accomplishments of, say, a Henry Cisneros or even a Julian Castro, each of those individuals were asked to come to Washington and to be the secretaries of HUD. And when you think about that, though, it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. San Antonio has been known for being able to manage poverty. And that's where we are today. And I don't want San Antonio to be known for managing poverty. I want San Antonio to be known for the excellence that we do in cybersecurity. I want San Antonio to be known for how we were able to turn around the 10 worst zip codes and make them affluent, and to change the trajectories of those on the east side, the south side, and the west side, so that they can have the same livelihood as those on the north side. And let me just give you this one thing that I really want to do as mayor. Is in the first 100 days, I would actually declare a state of emergency for women in San Antonio. Why? Because when you look at the disparities of even life expectancy, a woman that is born on the south side and even on the east side have a 10-year life different expectancy based on their zip code. And I know that zip codes, the city of San Antonio did the study. It was released this year. And I'm surprised that other candidates haven't bought this out. But in my book, San Antonio Rising, it's a blueprint for what I would do as mayor to change the trajectory of not only women, but all those who have been left behind. Because we're not attractive right now to Fortune 1000 companies. And we send out teams to court. But as you see in the headlines, these companies, they may have a good time on vacation here, but they don't actually bed their companies down here. And we have to ask that question, why? And so that's what I want to solve as mayor.
Wow. Did
You know, I spoke to him on Saturday morning, and your passion for what you want to do and what you want to campaign for is like, I was like, stop talking. You need to tell them something to show. I love the fact that you have so much passion for the city itself. You know what I mean? And what you want to bring. And I hope that let's just say you're mayor today.
Yeah.
What would you like to leave behind, and what would you like to leave as your legacy as a mayor?
Well, let me just talk a little bit about my past accomplishments, because when Julian Castro put me in the position of being the mayor's appointee to the Small Business Advocacy Committee, I became the voice for small business.
Exactly.
And I take great pride in the fact to know that, I chaired the actual committee between 2018 and 2019. And during those 2 years as chair, we had an explosion. And what was the explosion? At the end of 2019, I had actually worked on contracts and procurement for the city of San Antonio with our small businesses that was over $1 billion. And I don't think any other person in this election can say that they've had their hands on small businesses of our city that have actually obtained $1 billion. I was actually the person who actually made a motion in our committee meeting that raised the threshold from $1 million, where a small business could actually earn up to with city contracts, to up to $10 million. And so I've said that I'm the small business champion because we were able to put more people more businesses in position of being millionaires based off of that one motion. And then lastly, I do have a legacy because in 2019, the city of San Antonio was awarded a gold medal for excellence by the International Economic Development Council because we were determined to have the best small business program in the nation. And what was that? That was a hard work of business owners like myself, advocates who actually had a position where we were telling and directing and helping to shape the Economic Development Department of the City of San Antonio to do things differently. And as we know, bureaucrats and people who are on staff will do things according to how they see things. But we know that the true feedback for how to improve our small businesses comes from the small business owners. And that's what I take great pride, and that was a legacy. So going forward, again, I want to empower the 10 worst zip codes. My wife, Teresa Chavarria, grew up on the west side. Yeah, and
over here. We need to show her.
That is, come on.
Will.
Come. Yes. You're the first candidate that brought his wife.
Hey,
You're the first candidate that brought his wife.
What's
Can
different?
you blame him?
Yeah,
Can you
come on.
blame him? I gotta get out of here.
No, so what's different about me is that I have business experience. I've led chambers of commerce. I've led organizations. But Teresa actually grew up in one of the zip codes. What's the zip code?
78226.
And it's on the west side, which is a hard zip code. And so we talk about how do we change the lives of our children and our children's children and all those who come from these communities. So we're going to do this together. And
Good
so
for you.
when you
That's
elect
the way it
me,
should
you're
be.
going to elect her, and we're going to do this together.
That is
So are you ready to be the first lady of San Antonio?
Well, let me tell you, we support small businesses.
Mhm.
And because of that, not only am I a small business owner, my daughter's a small business owner as well. And so when we were going through the process of thinking about him running for mayor, I told him if we encourage women to be able to help them and assist them in, with daycare, with being able to find a job, training, things like that, I think once we encourage the young women, we'll be able to be in a better place.
We have to be role models for these
Absolutely.
younger women, 'cause
Mhm.
it doesn't just take knowledge, it also takes strength and resilience and patience.
Right.
And cash and
They need to be able to
It does.
support women in that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, at the Cesar Chavez March for Justice, the LULAC representative called her the first lady, which
Yeah.
I think took her back for a second. But the truth of the matter is that in order to obtain the excellence in serving women, and as I said, we do have an emergency with the state of women in our city, then I'm going to need the ear of someone who knows San Antonio very well. And at the same time, small business and stage 2 companies can do much more. And stage 2 companies, we have those in the most depressed, hardest zip codes.
Yeah.
We need to do more to inject more support. So I want to do that as mayor. And I mean, I have a big book that you can actually delve into, and I hope everyone will download it and see it.
Well, it's
San
like
Antonio Rising.
the saying, there's for every great success of the man, there's that wonderful, powerful woman
Hey.
right next to him. And it's like with me, in my case, well, it was me, and no, I mean, my wife, I tell you, if it wasn't for her, seriously, I share everything that I have. Every success
Absolutely.
is through with her and her, it's her blessing that she gave me from the get-go, and then her support. I mean, you don't realize how far that goes. And if we have that, it makes us more, just, okay, we can take on the world. If we just know that right here, we're good.
Yeah.
And home is good.
Yeah.
We're good. We can take anything on.
It's a
And
tag team, right?
It's a tag team. That's what it
What's
is.
that song, Tag Team, back again?
Yeah, back again.
And
There it is.
and that was the idea behind encouraging women.
That's a good slogan right there.
That was the whole idea behind it, because if we can encourage these young women to start businesses, to encourage the small business that they're already running, I
Exactly.
think we can be able to help the young men that we have. in
So
that
you're
community.
running 2 races, one for the city and one for women as well, to just advance and really, set apart. I mean, you so far, just from what I'm hearing, you are setting yourself apart from the others, because I think the outlook itself, and I want to be fair to the others, because this topic has been the main. You talk about money and economy. You were looking at Project Marvel,
Right.
That's one of the big things. What's your stance on that?
Yeah, so Project Marvel and the Spurs organization is very important to the economy of San Antonio. Do I think that we should wholeheartedly just say to the Spurs, you can have what you want without investing into our city.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, there comes the taxpayer part.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but I do believe that when we're talking about maybe it's a perfect storm, but when we look at the asset of the Frost Bank Center, we look at the property that's there, we can do a better job of making sure that we have a plan for success at that location first before we even commit to the Spurs and what they want to do in the downtown. We've had decades of downtown forever.
Yeah.
I mean, where we're developing the downtown. But again, if we want to look attractive to Fortune 1000 companies, which we have not, if we want to be able to change the trajectory of the digital divide, and think about it, our city is not connected fully with the internet. We have some people who are not seeing this live stream because they don't have computers and laptops. So as mayor, I want to fix that. I want to address it because these are the things that are holding us back from being a real top 10 city. If you look at the GDP for San Antonio, that's the global, that's the gross domestic product output of San Antonio. We are like at 136, and we're number 7 in population. It's ridiculous. And so these are the things in which have been holding us back. We also have to do a better job with transit, connecting these poverty zones to where the work zones are. And we have to know that the people who live on the east, the south, and the west, they have the hardest commutes in the day. They spend the majority of their money in affluent communities, but they have no recycling of their dollars back in their own communities. This is why we believe in small business. This is why I want to be the mayor that energizes the hope of small businesses all over San Antonio.
I've been blessed to travel all across the country, and I've been to different cities. I've performed in different cities, and
You're funny. You are funny.
Thanks, I appreciate it. And I was in Seattle, and they have a big poverty problem up there. I mean, they got homeless all over the place, and I mean, it was just to the point where then you had LA, you had Los Angeles, you had all that going on, and then you come home and you see, like, for me, that's a big thing. Like that's I've done shows at Haven for Hope. I've done fundraisers for him, and I've even gone before Haven and Hope was there to go help the homeless and feed them and stuff. And they took, I don't want to say they took that away, but they took that responsibility at Haven for Hope. And I get it and I understand, but at the same time, there's still so many homeless folks and so many people that are like, they're trying to find. And again, I applaud him for trying to get them on their way. But it comes down to, okay, the economy. It comes back to, okay, I mean, look, we're over here paying like $15 for eggs, right? You know, right now. It's like, hold on a second. So it's like, there's gotta be, like, to me, like, it's, I had someone say it the other day, you know, I want to clean up San Antonio. I want to, and what is your vision for that right there?
Yeah, so cleaning up San Antonio can't just be a buzzword. I remember back probably around 2011, 2012, we declared that there were no more homeless veterans in San Antonio, Military City, USA. And, you know, today we see people who are actually setting up housing in forest areas, under bridges. I mean, it has expanded. So Haven for Hope is no longer the sole be it all for everything dealing with homelessness. We actually have to now back up. And we have to, as mayor, I would have a group of nonprofits. Actually, I would look at the city manager's budget, and for every nonprofit that is blessed with getting something out of that city manager's budget, I'm bringing those leaders to the table, because we have the intelligentsia to be able to think through, how do we solve this issue of homelessness in San Antonio. We have more vacant commercial structures today than ever, right? After COVID. And so it's not like there's not the resource of space. It's how do we bring this together and do it zip code by zip code? Because remember, that's my plan. I want to manage the city by zip code. I want to have visible dashboards where you can actually go to the city's website and see the zip codes and see that it's coming up. And if it's not coming up, then you can blame me and my team for not being able to inject and infuse.
Whoa!
And let me say this.
Just say out loud that you would be taking responsibility.
Oh, come on! Look! A part of my plan is to actually provide a $10,000.
I like that.
$10,000 stream of revenue or income into households that are at or below the poverty level.
Okay.
And those zip codes are real. They need to be able to have some form of assistance, support, education to get them up. But at the same time, my plan does take into account that you have to have a bridge so that people who have government assistance don't lose it because of a generous handout of $10,000. So it can't be a generous handout. It has to make sure that we're able to bring people up by giving them transportation credits and maybe making sure that the digital infrastructure is put into place. I want to give the credit to these zip codes that just simply have not been even paid attention to. And they're your family members, and they're her family members, and they're people who we identify with. So why don't we bless them with having a mayor who really will care about them and not just talk the talk, but walk the walk.
I like that. All right. Well, we have some questions from our viewers here.
Sure.
One question I do have in regards to the construction that's going on, and this goes back to the small businesses. You know, this construction is interfering with the economy of the small businesses here. Have you thought about having a task committee to actually help these small businesses that are suffering because of the construction that is in the area?
The answer is yes. Yeah. No. Again, so as mayor, we can actually stand up task force committees, and I would actually bring in small businesses that could be advocates because they know exactly where the pinch points are. You know, I think that with all of this this development and with the transportation issues that we have, some of it is the state, right? The state is in charge of some of this that we have no control over, but we can be better at communicating to our state representatives and our state senators where these inconveniences are. I've seen businesses literally shut down because of this transportation problem that we have. Oh yeah. And back in the day, you know, there used to be subsidies that businesses would receive, but now businesses get the cold shoulder. So as mayor, I want to give the heart and give the attention and put together a task force that would enable our businesses to be heard, and then hopefully we can be responsive. But it's not just going to be one brain, one child. It has to be everyone, and that's what I want to do. I want to bring the leadership of San Antonio to the table for the first time, where we're talking about the issues that really impact us the most.
Great answer. Great answer. I'm going to read some of these questions, and I'm sorry for my glasses being so. You would think a child was staying with these. Okay, Anna Sandoval says, "What is your plan for local small businesses and making housing more affordable?"
Yeah, so in my books, San Antonio Rising, I actually have the disparities in housing, and when we think about housing, we also are talking about apartment dwellers. About 45% of San Antonio live in apartments, but yet they're not courted during these important elections. And so small business, if we're able to raise the quality of service for our city, meaning we have to have local ordinances that really give these local businesses a chance to win contracts. Right now, we went through in December of last year a change to the Sabeta ordinance, which I'm sure she's familiar with. And that changed from the city of San Antonio to move from a race-conscious policy to a merit-based policy for the most part. Now took the advocates, the small business advocates that were over the Sabeta ordinance, it took them out of play. I mean, there's no longer a mandatory requirement. We've been operating where our citizens have had a voice over the city's economic development. And this is why I attributed the tremendous growth, where we were able to put 54% in 2019 procurement into small businesses. But today, with a city manager who has now basically has the autonomy to do what he wants with the small business community with really no oversight, we have to be able to monitor and manage what that looks like. So I had advocated and had been really strong with opposing the Sabeta ordinance change, but it's happened. And so now we have to march forward with a different set of rules, and we have to understand it together.
Okay, another question is by A.D. Snipes. He says, where does he stand on a woman's right not to share a public bathroom with a transgender male?
I believe that question is more of a state's question, meaning the state has dealt with that issue. I was the chief of staff for a state representative, so I understand the difference between state governance and city governance. So that opinion has already been dealt with. But I believe that if the viewer is asking, can we do more? Is there some things that in which we can change? There's always a place to provide your feedback, and then to see how the city council as a whole sees the issue, and to move forward with the changes if they're necessary.
Let's see. Teresa Chavarera Herring says Global San Antonio, Global Chamber San Antonio. That's all she said.
Oh, well, thanks, sweetie.
I'm sorry.
But let me say,
that candidate is handsome. Boy, that candidate is hot.
Sorry.
But let me say this.
I know this woman. You have all these women fans
My wife is
now.
lovely. But check this out. I do want to publicly thank you, Cleto, for coming to our Global Chamber San Antonio meeting about a year ago, and blessing our business community, because you helped to put Global Chamber San Antonio on the map, and we need to have all chambers that participate. One of the things that I find in our city is that we're really led by the select.
That's where it was.
Chambers.
I was trying to
come on, baby. Come on. Hey.
We can't see you.
Everybody see
We can't see you right now.
Names.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey, scroll in my Facebook gallery. You're there, baby. You're there.
That's right. That's
You on my page. You pulled up, so I appreciate it. What's the next
nice.
question?
Now, I want to say really quick is that you made me a believer, because you being from New York and living in San Antonio, what was it about San Antonio that you just fell in love with?
Wow. So
you want to be able to say represented.
Yeah. So in Military City, USA, San Antonio has a great reputation. People say it's the greatest place to come and to retire. Of course, property tax, and we have a VA, the Audie Murphy. So you have everything that's kind of there, and then you can. And I was raising young children, and so I thought that this would be a great place to live, and so. I settled in under my previous marriage. I was in the Bidders and 281 area, and we raised successful daughters. Actually, my daughter Maya just graduated from Texas A&M with an engineering degree, and my daughter Olivia is heading to Arizona State University.
Wow!
And then my last child, Chris, he's in the Air Force. He's active duty, but San Antonio has always had that reputation. So one of my concerns is as we're moving forward, is that we do not want San Antonio to be in a position of being BRAC'd. So BRAC is basically the base alignment, realignment, and they'll start eliminating bases. The strength of having national defense and security here in San Antonio is something that we have to reinforce. And so I'm really thankful for the cybersecurity initiatives that I'm seeing pop up all over. In fact, I was at St. Philip's College, and many of you may want to know that St. Philip's is now offering a 4-year degree in cybersecurity. And see, that's what's up. And so when we look at these zip codes, we look at what we're offering. And so one of the things that I'm also looking at is the notion of ready to work. I think that ready to work needs to change, and it needs to be ready to earn. Because ready to work means that, Cleto, I'm going to take your children and I'm going to push them through occupations that I think that are attractive, but what I'm excluding is entrepreneurship. And so ready to work does not entail entrepreneurship tracks. And my wife and I are on boards and advisories for beauty schools in San Antonio, like the Milan Institute, Paul Mitchell, Ogle. And I'm seeing.
I just saw her perk up when you said that.
Yeah, I'm seeing in the trenches women by the droves that are going through these programs, funding it, working a couple jobs to make it work. And they're coming out and they're being entrepreneurs. But guess what? These other programs offer tuition assistance. They offer the ability to get transit vouchers. But why not in the areas that will really build up our local communities, where people are going to do the work, where people are actually making changes in lives? We have to look at occupational careers just as well as those that you get from a degree. And I don't believe that everyone has to have a degree to be successul. You just have to have a trade or skill that you can do and put your love into it.
Yes, there it is.
We're going to take a quick commercial break, guys. Don't
We're going to break.
We have plenty more with Chris Herring. He is running for our beautiful city of mayor for beautiful city of San Antonio. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
All right.
If you want the best movie experience, you have to go to City Base Cinema. It is my theater, and I want to invite each and every one of you to come on out. Not only they make you feel welcome, they treat you like family. Brad Smith and the crew really know how to do it right. If you want that state-of-the-art experience in a movie with the surround sound, you want to go to City Base Cinema. They got reclining chairs, right? I mean, you got a comfortable experience all the way through. Not to mention a full-on bar right when you walk in. As you're waiting for your movie, they got TVs so you can see a game or two. Also, they have a concession stand that you do not want to miss. It's like no other. They have your regular popcorn, nachos, and candy, but they also have barbacoa and Big Red, not to mention Takis, pizza, and corn dogs. So you want to make sure to get your snacks before, and a comfortable recliner and the state-of-the-art sound system. You are set. City Base Cinema. Don't go for your first time experience. If you have never been there, go check it out. It's my theater, and now it's yours.
Antonio looks like we're a
And we're back, everybody.
That is my
That's
area.
right. We're here
We're
at
open.
the
I'll tell you.
Tropical Smoothie Cafe off of 3009 in Schertz. Make sure to come on down and be part of the. Come down and try some of their awesome, delicious food here. We have a money shot coming up here, and we're here with Chris Herring. He's actually a candidate running for San Antonio mayor, and he's been let folks know something about you, or what is your like, what is it you want our viewers to know about you that they don't know?
Well, besides being a business person, I believe in the Word of God. Ministry is something that I'm really passionate about. I think I had my Saul to Paul conversion when I dealt with and had stage 4 cancer, and which I was diagnosed at the Audie Murphy Hospital, and the doctor said, "I'm sorry." And I was like, "You're sorry? What are you sorry about?"
Yeah.
And at that time, the cancer they saw was in my lymph node area. And they said there's nothing that they could do to treat it. So I went into a Daniel fast. I did 21-day Daniel fast, praying, fasting, really, and then also acknowledging my mistakes, because I had some sins in which I needed to deal with myself. And yes, I've been sinful, and yet God is good, because He forgives, and He gave me the chance to atone and to correct and to talk to people that I may have offended, and He brought me through it with the healing. So I stand as a living testament that God does heal, and since that, my heart has really been bleeding to help other people. So my ministry has helped people. I've been marrying people. I've been preaching. I've been teaching, and I do apply the principles of God to how I try to conduct myself. And I do make mistakes, but I do believe that God is a forgiver, and He keeps us moving forward.
Well, you
And
have
a
it.
small business here, this business, Tropical Smoothie,
Hey.
is a strong supporter of veterans of the.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, I see that. Look at
Yeah,
that.
they are.
All
They're
around
very-
here. Welcome to-
Stephen John's the owner here. He is he's fond of helping out his community and helping out the veterans and helping out the kiddos in the area. And not only that, but he had a warrior wall that up here that was for some kiddos that were going through survivors for cancer.
Right.
And but I mean,
And battling as well.
but you said it best. I mean, God is good,
Yeah.
and He, you continue to let Him guide your steps. He's going to go ahead and take you some places you've never been before, and who knows,
That's right.
might be Mayor of San Antonio.
Hey, we say seek ye
Yeah.
first the
Best
kingdom
to
of
you,
God.
my friend.
Thank you so much.
We're looking again. Thank you for making the time to come down here. I know
Thank
you
you.
guys are so busy and
appreciate
you're
you,
running
Bert.
around doing everything.
I appreciate it. I met her at a ribbon cutting service.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And, she said, "Hey,
she
come
knows
on."
everybody.
Yeah.
She gets around everywhere. I mean, trust me, I
I
know.
want to be everywhere. I want to be anywhere.
She's a gem. She's a gem.
And
So.
this is a great restaurant. And, for veterans, I do want to provide some form of support to our veterans by helping the VFWs, the American Legions. These are community places. And so they all need a little bit of a boost to get their exteriors fixed, to get their interiors fixed.
Yeah.
So as mayor, I would like to at least infuse some money to those VFWs, American Legions, that really house our veteran community and our families so that they can enjoy their quality of life on this side.
We have
There you have
wonderful
it.
leaders at these
Yes.
places that are great to our community. So to campaign at these small VFW places, that would be great support for them as well, because we have a lot of wonderful leaders.
Chris, best to you, my
All right,
friend.
thank you. God bless
You got
you.
it. God bless
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Awesome. There you have it, guys. Make sure we go vote when it's time to vote. Make your voice be heard, and come. He did. He spoke pretty.
Yeah.
He did everything. I liked everything
Get out of
I
the way
heard.
now.
I liked what I heard. You
Yes,
know, it was really impressive.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's
Even if
kind of.
not with marriage, whatever he does, I'm pretty sure he's going to be a wonderful leader.
Let's do a quick roll call. Oh, we got the money shot here, right?
Yeah, we do.
And what is this here?
This is the Thai chicken wrap.
Thai chicken wrap. All right, here. Let me just stay over here. I'm gonna go on this side. Which, by the way, while we're doing this, I want to go ahead and say happy birthday to my son, Samuel. He turns 18 today. He turns 18 today, my son.
Oh, wow.
Yes, Samuel turns 18. Yeah, he turns 18. And so, Samuel, happy birthday,
Samuel.
Again, we're here at Tropical Smoothie. This is the money shot here.
Is
This
Samuel
is
the one that looks like John Travolta that I
Yeah, that's him, yeah.
Hey.
And this is a Thai wrap here.
Wow. Cheers.
There you
Look
go.
at this. This is a whole meal in itself for just
Mhm.
half the amount. Crazy. All right. Let me see this. Trying to.
Mm. So, here at Tropical Smoothie, they have a party tray. 8 wraps. Your style wraps. And it got 12-ounce drinks and chips and stuff. And, you know, if you have a get-together or a business meeting, you want to go and have them cater for you. Reasonable price. I mean, they got a happy hour from 4 to 6 here.
I don't know what it is about the lettuce.
It's like so crisp.
It's crisp. It's so crisp, and the fresh carrots. It's not like it's been processed. Everything is fresh. It's cut fresh from here, and it's right amount of sauce. I can't tell you enough how great this is. People, we need to get away from tacos and come get some healthy food here.
Yeah, exactly.
This is incredible.
One of the things I really, I was listening to Chris, and like I said, he made me a believer. I didn't think anybody could be from out of town and really have a passion and love for this city like he did. And when I was listening to him, you can hear it. You can hear that
I'm telling
I
you.
want to really make this city what it could be.
It could be.
And I think a lot of the candidates themselves they all have their viewpoints. We talked to Manny Pelaez yesterday. He had his viewpoint about, being hands-on, that kind of thing, as well as so did Rolando Pablos,
Yes.
who we met last Friday.
Yes.
And he was talking about the same thing. He's another one, but he was actually from living in Austin, and they came back home.
Yes.
So I mean, it's like they there's something that they take away from San Antonio that they're like, you know what, this is what we want to make better. We know how it can be better. We see the construction from the highways going on everywhere. You see the highways coming about. I mean, it's in a booming stage right now. And if you could be mayor, what would you change?
I would first of all, I would like to see like a train station here or a subway station, something. It's getting really congested to the point where it's getting a problem. Everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I would like to see a better transportation, better metro system. Not that they're not doing it so great, but it has to get better because we're just going to get frustrated more with this. We could build all the highways we can build, but if they have to go somewhere, and then that's another thing about the Alamo Dome. I mean, not the Alamo Dome, but the arena that they're going to build. If there's anything going on at the Alamo, if anybody has gone to an event at the Alamo Dome, it's crazy parking. You're parking like 7 blocks to the east, and you're parking somewhere that you're wondering if your car is going to come back on center blocks or whatever. So I would like to see a better. If we're going to invest some money in that arena for the Spurs, we need to think about the parking and stuff like that, and that's what's going to be less frustrating. Especially for people who are turning the corner on 2 wheels.
Going from Sunset Station to Sunset Park. That's your smoothie. You got to try that.
All right.
Sunrise Passion.
No, sunrise, sunset.
Sunrise Sunset. that's what that's
Sunrise
called.
sunset. That is awesome.
Yeah. So, and I got the
It's
peanut butter blast.
Strawberry, pineapple, and mango and orange juice. Oh my goodness.
Yes. Okay, now you can talk about the happy hour. Monday through Friday.
Oh my goodness.
Monday through Friday. Right here at Tropical Smoothie Cafe. In-house, 4 to 6. They have a happy hour. 50% off smoothies. Any smoothie in the house, 50% off right here. Good size. That's pretty good.
It is. This is I'm like, wait a minute. I'm looking at it like if it's gonna change or talk to me. It's really good. I've always gone the detox.
What did you just say? I'm looking at it like it's gonna talk to me. Are you hitting you hitting the booze this morning?
Let me
Where
tell
you come
guys,
from this morning?
First of all, I want to apologize for being late. First of all, I got here and my knuckles were so because it's kind of scary driving in the rain and people 18-wheelers are going past you, and you're like, oh no, and then you're slowing down because traffic's coming up, and then I'm one of those drivers that I'm constantly looking in the back, like, don't hit me, because I've been rear-ended twice, from the back. Once I was parked, believe it or not, and a police officer hit me from behind, believe it or not. That was kind of crazy. And then at one time I was at a stop sign taking my son to school, and I got hit from the rear as well. So I got like a little trauma going on, like if somebody's going to hit me from behind. And so driving over here, my knuckles were just like, I couldn't let go of the steering wheel. I was like, oh my God, don't hit me, don't.
You know what? She's coming off a long night. She was at the show last night. Thank you so much, my friend, for coming to the show.
It was a great show.
Did you have a good time?
I had a wonderful
I
time.
didn't even know you were there. You were so quiet yesterday. What's going on? You sick or what?
You mean I wasn't heckling you?
You weren't. No, you weren't. Yeah, that's funny. No, I mean you were quiet. I mean I didn't like you were with your bubbly self yesterday.
I wear a lot of hats.
Yeah.
Change a lot of hats. And yesterday I was date night for my husband and I. So we
Oh,
were
it was
just
date
tired.
night. So that's what it was.
Do
it was
the-
all about Brian.
Do the googly eyes, looking at him. And googly eyes.
That's all you had to say. It was date night. You're like, all you gotta say is TCB.
Yeah. it's
Take
like-
care of business. That's it. Yeah.
You gotta give me attention.
You gotta give attention. I was like,
everything you say is funny, honey. Yeah, you know what?
I said to my wife, I said, hey, was Rory here? I go, did she show up? She goes, yeah, she's over there in the corner. I'm like, what? I didn't even know she was here.
It was a great staff. You had a great comedians last night. It was really great.
Oh, that's our Tres Leches show.
It was great.
And Danny and Roman are guys that I tour with on the road. So
you could tell they're a lot more
they're
experienced.
established.
As well.
They're all headliners.
Exactly.
So we all do our thing on our own. But then when we get together, we just share the time and
it
share,
brings
we share the glory.
And it was so funny about the disciple table. What do you say? That was so funny because
there was a table.
Yeah.
And it was 12 people.
Exactly.
I want to give it up for the Last Supper table right here. And everybody just lost it, man. They just lost it.
And they had a great sense of humor.
They did have a good sense of humor.
It was like, I'm Jesus. And it was like,
I know, I was like,
over
and
there.
then like, there's Moses. Like, Moses, like, what book are you reading? I'm like,
Hercules.
So my thing, I wrote a joke last night that I wrote right there on the spot.
Yes.
I said, I was at the store and I even asked my wife, I said, babe, I can't really see. Can you find my size? I can't find my size. The lady goes, sir, I've never seen you before in my life. I don't even know who you are. I'm like, what the? I'm talking to the wrong lady. It's another brunette, another Mexican lady. Sorry.
Yeah, it was really funny.
How are we doing on time? Oh, we got to do final thought already. Man, time flies.
Oh, my goodness.
Time flies when you show up late.
I apologize again.
No.
Apologize
Tomorrow
again.
will be at Pepe's Tacos and Salsa, Lord willing.
Yes,
So we're
and
very
come
excited
out,
about
guys.
that.
Come
Come
out.
on out and be part of our
We
live
have another
audience.
candidate, don't we?
I think we have another. No, wait. Do we have a candidate tomorrow? I don't know. I don't know if we do. Yeah. No, I think we have Ricardo and I think we have a nonprofit Eagles Flight.
Eagles
No
Flight.
candidate tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
So.
Okay. But I'm I'm grateful for
We have
all
a
the
packed house,
candidates.
though.
I'm very grateful for all the candidates who come out on our show. I appreciate that because we are small. We represent San Antonio, and our people who watch us represent San
We
Antonio.
are San Antonio.
We are San Antonio. So for them to take their time out and come out and meet with us and talk to us, we're honored. Thank you very much for putting in the time. I appreciate that. We appreciate that.
That's right. I totally agree. And is that your final thought?
Yes, that's a final
Okay, that was my final thought is, we got a beautiful city here, and I think these candidates are, but the fact that they are all throwing their hat in the ring to make a difference in this community, in this city, says a lot to me. Each and every one of them really, them just stepping up is a winner in my book.
Exactly.
And the fact that they're able to voice their opinions and what they want to do and how they want to. If anybody that's up for, the evolution of San Antonio into making it bigger and better, then I'm all for it.
Exactly.
So this is my city. This is my town. Even though I live in Wilson County in Floresville, San Antonio is my home.
It is.
And, but
you spend more time on the highway.
I spend more time on the highway than I do anything else. But just want to say hats off to each and every one of those
Thank you.
candidates. And I hope
More candidates, please come out.
Come on out.
Reach out.
We'll give you our platform. Share your viewpoints. Talk to our viewers, and our viewers are the ones that vote.
Yes.
So we want to go ahead and thank all our viewers for watching. We appreciate you guys.
Yes.
See y'all mañana. Don't go anywhere. And again, God bless.
out.
Stay safe and be
Be blessed.
kind.
Be
There you
kind.
go. Bye.
Bye-bye.